You are now in tune with ShoreShot Off-White Crispy Rice, Garden State of New Jersey, on the B-Shine Show. I think Gang Starr played a huge part. When I was young, I was in Shell Toes via my oldest brother, so he put me on a lot of the music that I grew up on. I was a big Boot Camp Click fan. I just felt like I could bring a clean-cut style with skills, as opposed to talking something that I wasn't living, being that I'm from the area that I'm from. It's a place where you come and visit in the summer. It's not known to be street or hard, and I don't rep that, but I still, I believe that skills matter, and it doesn't matter where you're from. It's what's in your heart and what's in your soul, and I think that inspired me the most, to just hear different stories, hear the different amount of skills from Slick Rick to Dougie Fresh and KRS, and hearing all their styles blend, Rakim's and Nas's and a lot of the underground people from Jersey. I was a big Naughty by Nature fan, big Lords of the Underground fan, big MC Light fan. I was always influenced by Motown music as a kid. My mom used to bring me to Smokey Robinson concerts, and she would bring me to Four Top shows, and always just put me on, Sly and the Family Stone. And my father was big on music, so I could call him up and ask him where that sample's from, and I don't even have to go to whosampledit.com. He's like a walking, talking, information bank, So my family's really, just big on music. We always were. So hip hop was in me early. It was blowing up when I was, 2-3 years old, an infant, but as I had to look into a lot of the history. So I got my boy, shout out to AB. He always helps me on the hip hop history. I feel like as long as you have some kind of pain or some kind of struggle going on in your life, I feel like that's where music is a strong derivative from. It's like whatever you're experiencing. I think for an artist, it's like you can pull a word off of a newspaper, or a chapter out of a book you're reading, and you could make it into a song. I just feel like as long as it's that creative aspect of you, as long as you have your creative pauses in life, I think it'll ultimately just manifest itself from that. My mother is my #1 fan. She is the biggest blessing. She raised my brothers and I since I was 4. My folks split up, but she's one of my driving forces. She's inspired me to do a lot of the things I do. It's a situation where you just want to take care of who brought you up, give back to how many values and things that they instilled in you. But she has backed it, from the records that I find, as I was going to the studio, day in and day out, writing all the time. She saw the drive in me, and she always, she's been supportive the whole through and through. Knowing how to circle my P's and C's, get the publishing done, get the business aspects of things, out of the way, trademarks and learning how to at least get enough music that's original, that's all yours, that you created, having the ability to pitch it, whether it's to, a person at a network, or, some kind of editor, or, any kind of music consultant maybe that's working for a company, that you can land in TV, film, radio, and pitch it, and read enough to learn how you can, try to emulate what a record label does to keep these artists all successful in an independent fashion. Do it to where it's not as corny as what the majors come out with. Do it, your own way, and still hold your ground and be able to be a success, whether you have 5,000 fans or 5 million. I would love for people just to keep it authentic, and when they think of the Jersey Shore, not to think of, the bullshit that has been broadcasted. I think that would be cool. I think also, what I mainly would like as my fulfillment in hip hop is for a person like DJ Premier to sample my voice on a hook. That's more of a fulfillment for me. To hear something like that go down is almost like you're like printed, like stamp certified hip hop. That's like better than winning a Grammy, in my opinion. I got a mixtape that I'm finishing up, wrapping up right now, called Speaking Volumes. I have the 2 albums, Slowly But Surely, and the Progress Report online on iTunes right now. I have The Return of the Tide coming. I have production from Illmind, Jimi Kendrix. The Beat Miners are on the way. Got some other producers that I'm going to have featured on it, some other MCs. A side project entitled Extra Credit. I got a drummer who you know, does some of the production, so I'm going to bring him into the studio, have him lay down a lot of drum lines, get some musicians to create more off that, and have a lot more live-oriented stuff for that.